Hello everyone, my name is Nicole from LadyFirstToSave.com, and this handsome guy right here
is Daniel,
my husband, and today we are discussing our 13 favorite family holiday movies. And just to let you know, we are actually looking at, while discussing this, a list that I made last year of our movies, so if you see us kind of scanning, that's what's going on. And now let's get started. Okay everyone, live from my husband's audience, as you can notice the wonderful maps in the background, we are discussing our favorite movies, so we are getting started with number 1, which is...
A Charlie Brown Christmas. It's a classic Christmas movie. Can't go wrong with it. I don't know how many times I've gone into different small drugstores and seen the Charlie Brown Christmas tree in a box for you to take home, that one lonely ornament.
The sad little fir tree that made a whole elementary school come together.
Exactly.
It is from 1965, absolutely a classic, and the best part is most libraries carry it for free, and you may even be able to find snippets of it on YouTube, so we highly, highly recommend it. And number 2?
It's a Wonderful Life. It's a classic. It's almost like I don't think you can have Christmas without watching It's a Wonderful Life. Plus, for me, it's got one of the best quotes in any Christmas movie, which is, "Merry Christmas, Boo House!" It's just the best ever.
And my favorite is, "Teacher said, every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings." It gets none better than that.
Yeah, it's classic. Classic.
That was from 1947, and again, it is actually, I believe, on Amazon Prime. So if you are a Prime member, then you should be able to get that for free. If not, I bet your library has it. It is one of those movies, and if you haven't seen it, the transition of George over the years is a must-see. Definitely watch it. And number 3?
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Not really a traditional Christmas movie, but it does hit on it's just great Tim Burton. Just great Tim Burton and what Tim Burton does best, which is just peculiar, odd, and very entertaining.
And if you haven't seen it, it is based around Jack Skellington, who is the king of Halloween, who becomes bored and disenfranchised with his life and makes a little pilgrimage, finds out about all the other holidays of the year, and brings back a little bit of Christmas Town to Halloween Town, and the hijinks along the way are not to be missed. So if you have not seen this, definitely check this movie out. I am not sure what service it would be online, although if you are a Disney Family Movies member, it is probably available. If not, your library probably has it. And number 4 we have
the Rankin Bass Christmas specials that goes from Rudolph to the Story of Santa Claus to Frosty the Snowman. Just the classic, what I would consider quintessential small movies or vignettes that made Christmas they were part of my Christmas growing up. I mean, you just couldn't get away from them during Christmas. Every year we'd watch them.
These are what most people would know of my generation, since this one's a few years older than I. It's true. The classic claymation movies that you grow up watching, and a lot of them this time of year throughout the month of, well, late November and December. They are the classic claymations that are on CBS and NBC, so definitely check your local listings. A lot of them are also available on disc at your local library. You can also pick them up on Amazon or rent them. And again, I meant to mention this earlier, at the end of the video, be sure to check the description bar below for my post, because I've linked places that you can check out these movies.
Mm-hmm.
The movies were made between 1967 and 1972. Still great classics, and they are a must-see for us every year. And the next would be, oh, that's a good one.
The Polar Express, which originally started out as a children's book, and then got the boost to prime time. Tom Hanks is always a great actor. Everything he touches seems to turn into cinematic gold. It's just it's a great movie. It's a great Christmas movie.
In addition to watching the movie, we have on many occasions read the Caldecott winning book, so definitely read the book, get it from your local library, and then see the movie and kind of do a compare and contrast, but both are amazing renditions, and it is a book that should not be missed, nor movie.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have
The classic, the original Miracle on 34th Street.
1947.
Yeah, so introducing people between the rivalry between Gimbels and Macy's. And it's just an overall great throwback to the Yes, Virginia, There Is a Santa Claus kind of theme. And I think it's another classic staple of the Christmas season.
And two amazing actresses in it. You have Natalie Wood and you have Maureen O'Hara. And if you are familiar with any of their work, this is a must-see. It is awesome. The new version I wasn't as impressed with. I always go back to the original. And I believe this is available on both Netflix and Hulu. So if you subscribe to either of those, check them out.
Well worth the time. Well worth the time.
And next, a modern classic.
Modern classic, Shrek the Halls. Anytime you can get some Shrek in your life, it's always a good idea. Mike Myers is hilarious. Eddie Murphy as Donkey is hilarious. Just a very classic movie.
It is only 22 minutes. It was from 2008. It's modern, it's quick, it's really, really funny, and it puts a spin on what is the important part of the, not Christmas season, but the Yule season.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's still really cute for kids, age 6 and up. Definitely check it out.
Next, we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Dr. Seuss is immortal. This is the version with...
the original version that was read by Boris Karloff. And actually, the cartoon version from 1957 is a line-by-line reading of the classic book, the classic poem of Dr. Seuss, whereas I want to say 2000, well, the early 2000s version with Jim Carrey, I'm not sure which year it was an adaptation of it and not the actual line-by-line reading. I prefer the original, but both are really great. Definitely check and see if your library has them. I do know they are both available for Amazon Prime members, and they are, I believe the new version with Jim Carrey is also on Netflix currently.
And then you have Disney's The Muppet Christmas Carol. Anything with Kermit the Frog is always a great something to add, especially for your kids. I have to put in a plug for Mississippi boy Jim Henson. You know,
This was actually directed by his son.
Oh, really? Okay.
Brian Henson, son of the late Jim Henson, who was known for his puppeteering skills, was also not only a Mississippi native, he was a public school teacher. And one of the big hallmarks of all of his works were the ability to get kids reading after the productions. And this is definitely in the vein of The Christmas Carol. And hard to believe it was made all the way back in 1992.
Oh, all those years ago.
I know. So it is recommended for ages 5 and up. Great, great movie. And it is available, I believe, on YouTube. I have seen it. I know it is available on Hulu and Netflix and Amazon Prime and more than likely your public library, so definitely check that out. And one of my husband's favorites.
Oh, yes. Tim Allen's The Santa Claus. The original, the first movie, The Santa Claus. All three in the series are really good, but the original just kind of grabs you. Tim Allen is at his best as comedic genius. And it's just a great Christmas movie. It's just funny. It's good to watch. Doesn't get tiresome year after year. It's right there.
I like that it's a great redemption story.
Yeah.
It's not just about the perfect parent and the dinner where someone comes over. It's not cliche. It was new. It was original. It came out in 1994, and I would say the 2 subsequent films work well within the franchise, but definitely the first one is my favorite, and we make sure to watch it each year. It is available on Amazon Prime currently.
Now this one's more for my sister and for my wife. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, another Jim Henson production. My sister used to watch this non-stop during the Christmas season. I think she had it on auto repeat. It's cute. It's got great music, great soundtrack, and again, it's a Henson production. Henson means classic. Henson means quality. So if you're looking for something for your kids that they will not get tired of and that you will remember from your own youth, Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas is not a bad choice. So
everybody deserves a little trip down to Frogtown Hollow to see about the Jug Band. That alone, Jug Band, is a must-see. It is available on Amazon Prime, and it is also available, I believe, on Hulu through Christmas for their kids section. So definitely check that out.
Ain't no hole in the washtub. So
Ding ding ding.
ding 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 ding.
And next
is the Snowman. It's a classic. It's one of those. It's more art than cartoon. It goes from the Snowman, the picture book. I want to say was it Norwegian. Was it or point of
English.
origin?
English. And if you're familiar with the book, it was actually a picture book that was published in 1978. There are no words in the text, nor are they any spoken word in the movie. It's a beautiful soundtrack, however, and it was wonderfully, wonderfully made. The book came out, I want to say again, in 78, and I believe the movie in 1982.
Exactly.
So it is in the vein of, if you're familiar with it, of the Rankin Bass, Rankin Bass, the Canadian early claymation films of the 1970s. It's not as crisp as some of today's children's movies, but a beautiful, beautiful story. Great transition, not just for Christmas, but into winter. And if you haven't read either the book or seen the movie, definitely check them out.
It has some general warmth to it. It's a very warm movie.
It is a little over an hour. It is also a very, very quick read for kids, and is something that you could watch multiple times over winter. Also, most libraries are going to have this in their children's section, and it is available on Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu, respectfully. So definitely check that one out. And one of my favorites from the holidays,
the Garfield Holiday Celebrations. It goes from Christmas. Actually, I think the copy we've seen pulls in the Thanksgiving as well. So you get both seasons in one disc. But for this list, we're focusing purely on the Christmas special with Garfield. It's really touching to see Garfield's relationship with John's grandmother. It's a great family film, and it's Garfield, which brings back my childhood too, because I remember watching Garfield on Saturday mornings.
It was made in 1987, so I remember seeing this several years after it came out in my childhood, but it was equally something that I've always enjoyed, and each December it is shown on CBS in its entirety. I'm not sure whether or not it would be in your local library, and I will say it is available for purchase on Amazon. Again, you can look in the description bar below for my post because I've listed options that you can find it online as well. And so guys, those were our 13 favorite family movies. We hope that this has inspired you to check out some out-of-the-box movies. There are a lot of traditional movies out there, and we've just talked about a few of them. And so definitely, make some time this season to sit with your family and watch a good movie and have a talk about what the season means for you. And so now I want to ask you, what is your favorite holiday movie? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below, and let me know what it is that your family does around the movie. Do you make hot cocoa? Do you pop popcorn? Do you make a craft? Who sits with you? Is it for you and your kids? Do you and your spouse? Do the fuzzies come too? We would love to hear about all of it, and we answer all of our comments, so definitely let us know. And if you have any recommendations for new movies, let us know that as well. So as I always leave you, please be kind to yourself and to others, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And come on back tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas. Thanks for watching, guys.